Hey, who's on here with me? Can you hear me okay? We'll send out one more quick message to let everyone know we're getting started. There you are. I can't hear you. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Let me take. Sometimes you have. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you.
There it is. Perfect. Now I can hear you.
Do you actually see me on this?
Uh-huh.
Oh, we just got done walking.
I saw your baby. What kind of dog is that?
A Cavapoo.
Oh my gosh.
Wendy did the hypoallergenic.
Uh-huh.
So it's a poodle and then Cavalier.
Love it. Love it. She was so cute. She knows exactly what a walk is.
Oh yes. It's literally from the time we get into the door till we go on a walk. I mean, he is like barking at us to go. He gets so excited.
That's so good that they love to walk.
It's funny.
We have two. We've got a boxer.
Oh yeah, and honestly.
Go ahead.
Oh, are you there?
Yeah, I think we've got just a little bit of a delay, so I was just waiting.
Oh, okay. You got a boxer and a what?
We have a boxer and a little, a mutt dog. He's a Shih Tzu wiener dog, Dachshund, and he is like the best ever. Hey, Elizabeth.
Oh, see, we call it breed.
Yes, exactly. I love it. Elizabeth, can you hear us okay? I think she was having issues too, getting signed in. She looks like she's a little frozen. Well, the great thing about these Zooms is I do record them also. So if for any reason scheduling doesn't allow you to be able to hop on, I always post them back in there. And I just try to pick different things that everyone's working on or maybe having questions about, things like that. And so tonight, we're not going to be real long. I appreciate you guys making the time to hop on here. And if you have questions, feel free to ask at any point. The first few things that I was going to talk about, and I just had similar to what we did, Suzanne, yesterday with Terry, I had a new promoter call tonight with a couple of gals, and they were just kind of feeling overwhelmed. It's like there's so much information to read and so much information to try to decipher and digest and figure out what they need to be doing or how they need to be doing it. And I don't ever want anyone to feel like that. Don't feel like you have to, again, just like the products, that what's in it enough to know that you are good with what's in there so that you're putting it in your body. And then the rest of the time, just pointing your customers in the right direction. So first and foremost, obviously, is getting them set up with that free customer account. And then after they get that free
Yeah.
customer account, they are able to hop on, and take a look around. They're able to see all of the different things that are going on as far as the website's concerned. And then with that, taking it that next step to where you can plug them into the What is Thrive page. So that What is Thrive page is full of information, obviously that's going to give them, maybe they don't like the taste of a shake. Well, there's lots of different ideas and things in there that you can tag them in. So getting them plugged into there. Do you have any questions? I think you feel pretty comfortable with setting up your free customer accounts. And I know I've seen where you've added some of your customers to the What is Thrive page. So that's pretty cut and dry. You're pretty comfortable with that?
Yeah, I'm actually good with that. I was going to ask you because you know how y'all said to send out that Facebook page for Lavelle? Okay, so I emailed somebody, or somebody liked it, and then I emailed them to thank you for liking it, and just if they want to know more about the products to let me know. So she sent me her email. Do you want me to tag you in on the message, or just if they seem interested more so to tag you in? How do you want me to do that?
That's an awesome question. Because of the fact it's where you're feeling comfortable with it. I think a lot of times it is just a matter of connecting them to someone else, because just like with you work full time. So with you working full time, you're also, my mom stayed in the background. Say hi, Nana. she's like, don't put me on there. So with the conversations, I think whenever they start asking questions, don't just, what we do, we want to be duplicatable. You don't want to, always have all the answers. And that's why a lot of times I'm always all about, that's a great question. I'm going to connect you. I'm going to pull my friend Lisa in here. She's been doing this longer than I have. But, we don't ever want people to feel like, it's like, so you couldn't answer the question? Why'd you add some stranger in our conversation? You will know the person. You obviously know the person's personality, and just like you did with, like Patrick did with Toya, that was perfect. He was like, I'm going to plug you in with my wife and Lisa, and then they're going to take care of you, so it's just kind of letting them know and kind of going from there. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Because I think that's the biggest thing. There's no right or wrong way. I think the more people, that's just like with you guys. I like connecting you with Terry. Just having you to have other access besides just me, because of the fact that if you do ever need anything, so if your friend does need something and you're at work and they can't get the answer or the response, it's a great way to be able to reach out. And just real simple, just a few different things. Getting on the phone calls, the company, and you can write this down if you want to. You've probably seen the phone number before. I have it written at the top of my I've got like a calendar that I keep everything written at the top. But, Monday nights is the call that's for promoters. Tuesday and Thursday are the ones that they do, for customers, so that there's customer information. And usually what it is I'm trying to pull it up here. If you saw this one, I think this was the one from yesterday. It's just those live calls. They're always live. So the phone number is always the same, and it's 641-715.
Now,
I'm sorry.
This for the.
Go ahead.
Is there a different number for customers versus promoters?
No, good question.
Sorry.
The call on Monday night is the one that'll be more focused for promoters, and it's not like there's secrets that are held in there, but it's just for people, even if they're not a promoter, if they're thinking about the business side of it, definitely invite them to it. Yeah, I think Toya had shared with you that she may be interested in the business side of it in the future. it's a great opportunity for them to just kind of get that information going. Tuesdays and Thursdays from the company they're just more customer based, and what they're doing in there is they're sharing more personal information, personal stories, personal testimonies, because like we say all the time, we're not selling a product, we're sharing the benefits that the product does for us. But again, it's 641-715-3660. And it always will prompt for a code, and that code is 137907 and the pound symbol. I want to call it hashtag because, now you can tell your age because we call it the pound symbol, right? For the number side.
Yep.
And just know, again, getting on the calls, making time, and it doesn't mean that you have to sit here and just read through all of the website stuff or digging in your cloud office, but making time to read, in there, making time to read in the files of the 200K pages that you guys have been added to. Just because the fact that there's so much information in there, it's just great to kind of browse through, because we're all at different places, we're all at different levels. So, maybe you're just trying to figure out how to share it, how to reach out to people and what to say. There's a great file in there for that. Reading the stories from the fan page. There for a while, I was like, I would just like see the picture of it, and I was like, oh, that's an older person, or oh, that's a guy, or oh, that's a mama, and I would just share it. And I'd gotten out of the habit of actually reading their stories, and I'm telling, their stories are so impactful. So take the time to read. You may not read all of them. And those are people, there's customers, there's promoters, there's, people that they do not get paid to put their story in there. They are just they just want to share because it has changed their life. So as you read that, those are the things that I like to share too. And a lot of times I'll share it on my page, but a lot of times I like to share it too privately, like on Facebook Messenger. I'll be like, maybe it is a mama of three, a single mama, and I've got a single mama that I've been talking to about Thrive and what I know it could do for her. And I send it through Facebook Messenger. Hey, Bobby, welcome. But I'll send it through Facebook Messenger, and I'm like, whenever I read the story, I just thought about you. So, let me know what you think about it. Just being able to send that through and sharing, that's the biggest thing. Let's see, what else? A couple more things is, if you haven't already got to know, has anybody got to know they're not interested, or have you been ignored yet when you reach out to anyone? Yes. Okay, good. That's normal. It's going to happen. And the biggest thing is just don't take it personal, because, it's just not their time. Again, the gal that I was talking to today, she was so cute because she said it's Ron's sister, which is a promoter on our team, Julie, had reached out to her 2 years ago, and she was like, you know what? I am so glad that you love that. And I'm so glad that it's doing so much for you. But no, thank you. And here she is 2 years later. She's like, why the heck did I? But it just wasn't, it wasn't the right time for her. So, but just as in life, we'll get negative, responses. We'll receive negative, ideas or people not supporting us, such as life, right? Hey, Kayla. Speaking of single mamas, there's a busy single mama right there hopping on with us. But just know that it's not you. Know that, you just don't want to feed into the negativity. Just know that they need more information. So setting them up with I got you, Kayla. I got you muted, baby. Setting them up with that free customer account, because the company will continue to send out, monthly emails to them just to give them more information about it. Plugging them into that What is Thrive page. I cannot say enough about that What is Thrive page. because it really truly does give so much information and helps feed them more information. And they always do giveaways and drawings in there too, which is awesome. Finding someone to connect with. That's another thing. Obviously, we've got lots of different promoters that are in the post. The Rise and Thrive is what I call our promoter page, which there's nothing but promoters in there. And, follow some of those people. I call it stalking their Facebook page, but getting in there and kind of going through, finding someone that you can relate to, that you can connect with, and just kind of reaching out. Of course, always please feel free to reach out to me, but it's, again, you can't ever have too much positivity around you. Is this talking okay? Is it sounding crazy? Oh, good. Okay. I'm getting like a little bit of feedback, and I'm like, and then reaching up. I don't know that you're, in a stuck spot if you don't tell me that you're in a stuck spot. Because again, this is your business. And if you just want to thrive for free, that's awesome. If you want to help, and make a little bit of extra money, or if you want, I never in a million years thought I would be replacing my full-time job until it started growing, and I'm like, I'm doing this. Kayla and I work together. She knows that I was so totally focused on it. And I'm like, and I keep telling her, I'm like, this is real, sister. You could really, truly build your business. So, but it's for everyone. It's for every different level that you want to work at it. And I don't decide that for you. But what I do is I help you work towards your goals. But you just got to reach up and let me know what those goals are. Does that make that helpful? Awesome. And these are for you guys too. So, and I've covered everything that I wanted to cover tonight. And I know Suzanne and Elizabeth are fairly new. Bobby's still pretty much a brand new promoter, and Kayla's been around with me for a while. But you guys let me know. What do you have any questions? Is there anything that you want me to kind of go over or break down for you? Yeah, no?
This freaking thing tonight has been aggravating.
What's happened with you?
For the love of God. Yeah. It's a pain in the...
I'm on my cell phone.
I'm on my cell phone. I clicked the link like I usually do. And it said you're using an unsupported browser. So I got off and I copied and pasted it into the link in Google. And then it made me join the meeting. It said, put in your code. So I got on Lisa's, put the code in, and then it said, sorry, you entered the wrong password. And I'm like, sorry. I'm like, damn it. I know I put it in the right password. So I did it again, and it said, nope. So I was like, you know what? Forget it. And then I got back on there. I'm like, one more time.
Third time's a charm.
So I copied and pasted the link without the number, and it let me do it.
Not today, Satan.
I was late because Alicia's Lisa.
Because of what? I'm sorry, Alicia.
Alicia's mama's doing it.
Is she?
Yeah, she finally. God, it was like pounding the. Ugh.
That's
she was
awesome.
Like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm like, well, then you just stay just like you are then.
Bobby is so real with his friends and his people. And that, again, Bobby, share your story if you don't mind. Tell everybody how you've been doing, because you've not been thriving very long.
Oh, my God. I feel like a new human being. Seriously. Look, we went on vacation. And while we were on the beach, I had those patches, and everybody kept looking at them. And I was like telling them what was going on, and they're like, "What is that?" I'm like, "Well, just let me tell you what that is." But anyway, I've only been doing it for like 2 months, and I still haven't got on a scale, but I've went down two pant sizes already.
Yeah. My thing is, I'm not as a woman, I don't want to step on a scale anyway, but it's how my clothes fit. And went to get my hair cut last night, and my hairdresser was like, "Oh, I can tell you've lost weight." You know, and I'm like, I've not yet set my foot out the door because ragweed's kicking my butt to get moving, but hopefully by the weekend. But you know, I'm not sick and tired anymore, and that's my biggest thing. Is you know, stuff that would normally stress me out, I'm like, I don't know whether it's my age or I'm just like, it's just not bothering me as much anymore. Because
awesome.
I guess I'm just more balanced, and you know, and I'm mid-50s, so I can see the whole gamut of everything. And well, coming from different multi-level marketing places and like relearning a whole new way of doing things, that's an adjustment, but I'm not making an excuse. I've just got to get out there, check on the list. I guess my biggest things are, you know, what constitutes, like how much would somebody have to sign up an order to constitute as like a true customer? Because I think that's where I'm getting any order is like going towards what you're qualifying for, or does it have to be like a certain dollar amount?
Great question. Great question. An auto ship customer is an auto ship customer. So it doesn't matter if it's, you know, just for, I think Tom ordered like the Boost. That is one of your auto ship customers. So, you know, obviously the more that they order, where you have your 2 auto ship customers, the more the order is, they take those 2 auto ship customers, the highest amount, and they give you the average in free credits. So any customer order, I always encourage them to do an auto ship because they get that discounted price. But any auto ship customer definitely counts. And especially like both you and Suzanne are still in your VIP period. And it's truly just about setting up those free customer accounts, getting them that information out. And as you get that information out to them, then, you know, that's where, again, like Suzanne was like, when do I plug them into you? You don't ever want to feel like you're being salesy to them, but you want to give them information. You want to make sure that they've got the knowledge that they need to make that decision. And just plugging them into me, I'm comfortable asking the questions. And that, you know, I was on a Paul call the other night. I know a lot of you guys were on there. But in his call, he was like, a lot of people just don't ask for the sale. And, you know, it's okay. But, you know, I mean, that's the whole purpose. You know, have you thought about, you know, giving it 30 days? Have you thought about experiencing the 8-week experience? You know, so just asking those questions are always helpful as well.
Like my previous one, they even went the step further to let me, like, give me your information and I'll set it up for you. Versus where some people might not be. Pardon?
Is it just me? Go again.
Like my previous MLM, they wanted you to like set them up, the whole customer from like start to finish. Like, here's the pieces of information they need. They even had it like in a little thing. And the banker in me is like, I'm not giving you my credit card information. Like that type deal versus, which some people, you know, but some people, if they're not going to stop and take the time to do it, you know, it's how you approach it of, hey, I know you're busy. I can take care of this. I've got a shredder right here. I'll write it on a sticky or a piece of paper. It's going to shred. I'll take a video of me shredding this.
Right. Well, I mean,
you know,
Bobby and I had a situation like that with someone, and and I honestly, I have no idea what. Remember when Elisa was placing her order? I don't know what it was, but I mean, it was like she could not get that information in there. And I said, if you trust me, I'll be more than happy to sign in for you. And I had Bobby and I had her on the phone with me, so it was one of Bobby's customers. And I walked through, and she said, Bobby, do you trust her? And Bobby's like, yes, I trust her. So I walked through and I placed the order. She gave me her credit card number, and it ended up being, actually that night, there was some kind of little glitch, and we ended up placing the order a couple of days later. But so yeah, I mean, older people that don't like to be on the computer, don't ever hesitate. I'll be more than happy to walk through and do that for you. And again, it's just like anything else. It's just new to some people, a lot of people sometimes, but a lot of people order online all the time. People order their toilet paper online.
I know.
I can barely, I don't know if it's just me, but I can barely hear everybody tonight.
You're loud. Could you hear me better when I had my earbuds in? Let me try again. Can you hear me better now?
A little bit better. I was just going to say, my whole thing in my experience so far has just been, I think the reason I like it more than anything, honestly, is because I don't sell it. It sells itself because people see me. And the thing of it is I've got to get better because when I first started doing Thrive, I would post something every single day, like something, I'd go steal something off the website or off of our team or something like that. And I'm going to do that because it does cause people to question, Pam was like, okay, I'm going to try it for 1 month and that's all I'm going to try it. I said, that's all you have to try it. Because in my mind, I know it's going to make her feel better. And I know what she's going to do. She's going to order it a second month. So I'm like, that's all you have to do. It is 4 weeks. We suggest you do it. Thrive suggests you do it for 8. But you know what? If you want to do it for a week, do it. Or a month. If you want to do it for a month, just do it for a month. Who cares? See how it makes you feel and then commit to it, So that's my whole thing. And Lisa, I do have a question. I tried to send her a code, one of those promotions that she wasn't a customer of mine. I couldn't do it. Do you know why it did that?
Whose customer is she?
She's Alicia's customer.
Yeah, but that's still yours. They should have let you do it. And you did put it in as a customer account?
I did. So I'm late. She wants to go to bed. And she goes to bed with the chickens and gets up the roosters. But anyway, she wants to go to bed. So after the call, if you could, I think you have my login information still. If you could try to go in there and send it to her.
Okay, I will.
And I can give you her promoter code. I'll send it to you in a text.
How do you do that? Because I went in the cloud Monday and looked at all of the codes, like the so much off and then the free shipping things.
Right.
Do you just hit that button and then tell it where you want it to go?
That's
who you want it to attach to?
That's it. All you have to do.
It'll ask you for their promoter number or their customer number.
Oh, okay. All right. You have to have that first. Okay.
He is getting so big. Hi, Kane. But there's also, in the cloud office, there's also a FAQ, the frequently asked questions about the codes. And it has, screen by screen by screen that really breaks that down for you as well. Bobby, I'm sorry that you're having a hard time hearing. I don't know what's going on.
It's okay. I don't know why. It just sounds like you're in a tunnel, and it may even be the way I had to dial in, but no biggie. At least I got on here. That's the important part.
I know. Suzanne that was on here, she said her phone died, so unfortunately, she had to jump off because her phone died. But
I'm going to jump off anyway because I don't mean to be rude. I just want to send you that number.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
In a minute. Not really, but.
Yeah, no. And we're going to wrap it up.
Thank
really,
you.
I don't want these to be really long. Thank you for hopping on, Bobby. And again, the biggest thing is
you're welcome.
Getting on the calls, educating yourself about different ways to say things. But there's, Paul says it all the time. There is no wrong message to send out. You just have to send a message out. That's the biggest benefit there. I think it also may be my connection tonight. I think we've got storms rolling in, so it's kind of being crazy. But anybody have anything else to share? Any questions before we close out for tonight? Awesome. It's always so good to see everybody's face. Elizabeth, I'm glad you're feeling better. Kayla, thank you for hopping on. I know you're so busy with your babies. All right, guys. Y'all have a wonderful night. And let me know if you need anything.
Will do.
Bye.